Hello student. Today we are going to discuss Political Science Chapter 2. What is democracy? Why democracy? Chapter 1 is deleted from your course. So we'll talk about the democracy. What is democracy? So here simple definition is given. Democracy is a form of government where people has the power to choose his or her representative. Means what? It is a form of government where people has the right to cast their vote, and according to their choice they can choose their representative to run the country, to govern the country. Then the representative will form the government and make policy on behalf of the people according to the powers and functions given by the constitution. So whatever the powers and function given by the constitution, the representative will form the government and make policies according to the functions and powers on behalf of the people, because people elect them. People also have the power to remove the representative if they are not functioning his or her duty properly. Means it is not that sure that that particular representative will win the upcoming next election. So it is the choice of the people. If they feel so that representative is not proper, he is not having capacity to function properly, then they will not choose that particular representative in next election. The word democracy has been derived from the Greek word demokratia. Means what? Demos means people and kratia means rule. According to Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest president of USA, he defined democracy very beautifully. That democracy is what? Of the people, by the people, and for the people. Means under democracy, whatever the government is formed, that is of the people, by the people, and that government is for the people. So that summary of democracy is what? Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So now I hope that you clear here the definition. You understand clearly the definition of democracy. What? It is a government. It is a form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. Democracy enhances the dignity of citizens by providing equality, fundamental rights, and freedoms. Means democracy enhances the dignity. It improves it enhances the dignity of the citizen by providing them equality, fundamental rights. All fundamental rights they are getting under the democracy, and they are getting freedom also to choose their representatives. So democracy is better than other form of government because it allows us to correct its own mistake. Other form of government already you learned in your previous classes, that is monarchy, right? And dictatorship. So among this other form of government, democracy is the best form of government because it allows us to correct its own mistake. So in this chapter, the major aspects we are going to discuss, we are going to talk, that is the where did the word democracy originate, then what is democracy, the meaning and definition, actual meaning and definition of the democracy we will discuss, then main topic of this chapter, that is the feature of democracy. Next topic we will discuss, that is the merits and demerits of democracy. Then we will talk about the difference between the democratic government and non-democratic form of government. Democracy is of two types, that is the direct and the indirect democracy. And last we will discuss about the broader meaning of democracy. So we will clear the meaning of democracy with the help of some case studies of the different countries. So under this we will discuss about the Myanmar, army rule, then child Pinochet rule, then Nepal and Saudi, that is the monarchy, then Pakistan, that is the military rule, ruled by the Pervez Musharraf, then Poland and Iraq. We will discuss the external power, USSR and USA, how they ruled over the Poland and Iraq. Then China, one party system, that is the Communist Party, how this party dominated full country. Then Mexico, that is the multiple party system is there, but dominating party is the PRI, that is the Institutional Revolutionary Party. And last we'll discuss about the Zimbabwe, that is the president rule, how named Mugabe. Mugabe, how he ruled over Zimbabwe. So the important topic, features of democracy. We have learned that democracy is a form of government in which people elect their rulers. Already we discussed this. Now the question is, who become the ruler? Who are the people who elect the rulers and how they elect the rulers? How do we ensure that the rulers work for the benefits of the people's welfare? So now we will we will answer all of these questions, and as we answer all of these questions, we will come across the new features of democracy. So all these features we will discuss in detail in these slides. So now let's discuss about the features of democracy. In a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those who elected by the people. So that means the ruler elected by the people must take all the decision. Let us take the example of Pakistan under General Musharraf. He declared himself the chief executive of the country in 1999. Later, he called himself the President of Pakistan. In 2002, he took general referendum. Means what? General voting from people, and his tenure extended for few more years. Then election took place and elected representative also come to power, but the final powers to take decision rested with Musharraf only and the military. So, would you call Pakistan under Musharraf a democracy? No, absolutely no. Because even though elections took place in Pakistan, but the elected representative did not have the power to take any decision. Because the power still rested with Musharraf and military. So we didn't call this as a democracy. It is not an ideal example of democracy. In democracy, the final decision-making power must lie with the elected representative who have been elected by the people of the country. So now I hope that the first feature of the democracy you all have cleared properly. Means what? Those who elected by the people, they are having power to take decision on behalf of the people. Now second. So now second feature, a democracy must be based on free and fair election, where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. Free and fair election means what? That offer fair choice to people to change their current rulers. Let's talk about China. In China, election happens every 5 years to elect the parliament, and the parliament appoints the president. The parliament has more than 3,000 members, some of which are elected by the army. Anyone who wants to contest in election needs to get an approval from Chinese Communist Party. Also, he either needs to be a member of Communist Party or an alliance party. Now, do you think this is an example of democracy? Absolutely no. Because in this case, people do not have choices at all. So there are no other choice than Chinese Communist Party, because anybody who is contesting election is either a member of that party or being getting approval from that party. So it is not an example of democracy. Let's now talk about Mexico. In Mexico, every 6 years, election take place to elect the president. And the year 2000, every time PRI won the election. Institutional Revolutionary Party. They only won the election. Now this is quite strange that single party won decision year after year. So how could this happens? It could be either because the party was performing extraordinary well, or there could be something wrong behind it. Actually, because of malpractices and unfair means, people always ended up that PRI won ended up that PRI won election. So it is also not an example of democracy, because in this case, even though people have choices, there are multiple political parties, but still due to unfair election, the other party could not win. So I hope this second feature, free and fair election, is clear to you. So now we will proceed towards the third feature. That is, in a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. Each adult citizen have one vote, each vote must have one value. Very important feature. This, in a democracy, it is important that every citizen has right to vote and each vote should have same value, irrespective of any parameter. Means what? Either the voter is from the upper class or lower class, either the voter is belong from the rich family or poor family, but each vote has equal value. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia. Until 2005, women in Saudi Arabia did not have right to vote. If we talk about Fiji, in Fiji, the indigenous means what? Those who born there, who naturally originated from Fiji. Their vote have more value than as compared to Indian origin Fiji. So, do you think these are example of democracy? Absolutely no. Because in a democracy, irrespective of the country of origin, irrespective of the gender, every citizen of the country should have the right to vote and every vote should have the same value. So I hope this important feature you all have clear. So let's proceed towards the fourth feature. A democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional law and citizens' right. Now, limits on government. Government must rule within limits set by the constitution. Does that mean the ruler elected by people can do whatever he or she wants? No, absolutely not. The government must follow certain rules which are placed by the constitution. Means certain rules and regulations are there which is placed in the constitution. They must have to abide that rules and regulation. The government cannot do anything just because they won the election. The constitution ensures that everybody is equal before law and independent and powerful. Judiciary system has been put into place. Even if government does something which is not correct or illegal or unfair, the judiciary can take action against government. Judiciary is having right to take action against the government. Now let's talk about Zimbabwe. Since its independence in 1980, a single party ruled in Zimbabwe from 1980. President Mugabe ruled the country. See how Mugabe misused his power. He changed the constitution to increase the power of president. So every now and then, according to his convenience, he changed the power in the constitution. According to his convenience, he declared public protests illegal. All independent journalists who wrote against the president were tortured and punished by the Mugabe. He controlled the TV and media so that they all published what the president wanted. So he controlled over the media also. According to his wish, he forced the media to publish in the newspaper and TV channels. The judges of the court were also pressurized to get desired judgment out of them. Mugabe was finally forced out of his office in 2017. So by this example, we see that it is also important to put certain limitation on government so that they do not end up misusing their power. So I hope this important feature also all of you clear. The opposition parties are allowed to function freely before and after the election. The democratic government are based on fundamental principles of political equality. So all these features, very important feature of democracy, we have discussed here, and I hope you all clear these all the features. Now in this next slide, we'll talk about the difference between the democratic and non-democratic government. Now first we will discuss about the democratic government. Government formed by the representative. Already we discussed this. Representatives are elected in a free and fair election held in that they are elected. Major decisions by the elected leaders taken by the on behalf of the people. Major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Citizens have the rights to oppose policy and action made by the government if they feel so that it is not suitable or not appropriate and not appropriate according to the constitution. They are having right to take action against these policies of the government. Citizens have voting rights. One person, one vote and one value. So all the citizens are having right to cast their vote and each vote is having equal value, same value, irrespective of any parameter. Now, non-democratic government. Rule by force by a person or a group. Any one person rule over there or any one group rule over there. Already we discussed in the features of democracy. So I hope you clear that non-democratic government is what? Rule by force by a person or a group. Representatives are not elected by the people. People are not having right to cast their vote and elect their representatives. Major decisions by non-elected leaders taken by the non-elected leaders, all the major decisions. No criticism of government or ruler tolerated. So people are not having right to criticize government. And last, no voting right is given to the people. So you have clear, I hope you have clear here the democratic and the non, what is the difference between the democratic government and the non-democratic government. So here we finish our first session of political science, chapter 2, what democracy, why democracy. Rest of the topic we will discuss in our next session. Till that, take care. Goodbye.